starts jamming.
Hello everybody, we're back at the Bandai Namco booth for E3 2017. I'm here with Ace Combat franchise director Kono-san to talk about Ace Combat 7. Can you please just give us a little overview of the game and what the fans can expect from Ace Combat 7?
エースコンバットのシリーズ、20年続いているんですけれど、その中にやっぱり挑戦が必要な時期っていうのがありました。でその挑戦があって、今度は今の世代のコンソールに向けて何を挑戦すべきかって考えた時に、ナンバリング、きちんとしたナンバリングを出す挑戦をしようと決断しました。
I know that the Ace Combat series has always been about immersion, kind of taking on the role of a combat pilot. Can you talk about what you've done in Ace Combat 7 to kind of build that level of immersion?
正式なナンバリングなので、シナリオを、4、5の、シナリオを担当した片内監督と一緒に作っていて、どういうエースパイロットとしての成長物語があるかっていう部分が、一つこだわりとして持っています。もう一つ技術的な面として VR で完全に自分がエースパイロットだと錯覚するような、これは技術面で没入感を高めています。
That's fantastic to hear. I know that Ace Combat is a really beloved series that's been going on for years and years. Can you talk about, for new fans, is Ace Combat 7 going to be accessible, or do you have to play the other games in the series to understand what's going on in the story?
エースコンバット自体は本当に手軽に、大空を飛んで、自由に飛び回るっていうことが楽しいゲームです。なのでストーリー的にも本当7で完結しているので、大空に興味を持っていただいてストーリー面白そうだって思えば誰でも入ってこられるように作っています。
The first question we have from Twitter, it's from XDA Garwin. They're asking, the trailer suggests we're seeing a connection to previous games. Definitely not typical, but gladly welcome. Is this true?
そうですね。さっきお話した通り、新しい人たちにも分かるストーリーでありながら、従来のエースコンバットファンの方にはお話のディティールで、そういえばって思い出して楽しんでもらえたらと思ってます。
Oh, that's great. We have another question here from Twitter, from Digo Largan. Are you now at liberty to state how many aircraft will be in the game?
今回、だいたいナンバリングとして必要な数として30機ぐらいを目指しています。ただ今回全部ゼロからデータを作り直しているので、相当な大変な作業です。
So now we have some questions from our Ace Combat Facebook page. Jake Pelton is asking, fantasy aircraft and super weapons have always been a big part of the Ace Combat heritage. Going forward, what can we expect as far as fantasy armaments go? A fantastic example was shown with the Arsenal bird, but will that be the only one featured in the game?
エースコンバットっていうのは現実世界の戦闘機と SF を、どこまで SF を取り込めるかっていうのがいつも課題になってきました。で、今回アーセナルバードみたいなのが、マックス一番架空としては、想像の範囲として一番大きいところです。ただいつも気をつけているのは本当にそれが現実にあったらどういうふうに見えるかっていうことを気にしながら作っています。
We have another question from Facebook from Alfonso Lorenzo Adane. He's asking, how authentically advanced and innovative is the sound design in Ace Combat 7 compared to the past Ace Combat games, in terms of immersion and the technology behind it?
エースコンバットの BGM 楽曲としては欠かせない、小林圭樹という作曲家がいるんですけれども、今回も彼に参加してもらっています。サウンドの技術的な面で言えば VR モードでは立体的な音響に挑戦するつもりです。
First off, I want to thank all the fans online for submitting your questions for Kono-san. And Kono-san, thank you so much for coming by the booth and talking about Ace Combat 7 Skies Unknown. We're super excited for the release in 2018, and we can't wait.
So there were a couple things that we were able to do because of this current generation of consoles, and the first thing is of course the ability to render the skies. We really wanted to immerse people in the world of what the skies feel like, textures and everything, and likewise the VR experience is another important component of the immersion.
Creatively, what did virtual reality open up for you and your team?
So the VR experience really enabled us to create this world of almost an illusion, if you will. So not just the immersion, but also putting the player in the seat of the pilot, literally, so he can look around and feel and almost like it's an illusion, really. And that's what this VR enabled us to do.
How have you seen VR open up the ability for people to be better players, since it does simulate an actual fighter pilot experience?
I think it really turned the game into a much more intuitive one. First being, when you put the VR headset on, it really feels like you're there. Your brain is tricked. You really believe you are surrounded by what you see right in front of you inside the VR goggles. And of course that includes the interface as well, including before you would have to use the right stick to sort of look around. But with VR, you're able to do that naturally how you would if you were in a cockpit by turning your head around. So I think that really improves the level of immersion.
What's it been like working with PlayStation VR at this early stage?
To be quite honest, I thought it was going to be pretty simple and I could port most of the game into VR and it would just work. But as we kind of unraveled the mystery of VR, it turned out we needed to develop a lot more, and we needed specific knowledge that is unique to the VR experience, which is why I almost feel like I developed two games.
What excites you about virtual reality, having tapped into this technology with this game?
I think it's really an amazing device, and that is largely because it tricks your brain. So you think you are wherever the VR goggles wants you to be. And for example, if you play a normal game in a more traditional setting with a 1080p TV, you're always going to remember the TV and the sort of living room atmosphere around it. But once you put those goggles on, there is nothing, there's no borders around what you're experiencing and visualizing. I think that really kind of transcends a new level of experience people can enjoy. And I think we have been the sort of leader, the forerunner in the world over the past 20 years in terms of developing air-to-air dogfight experiences in modern jets. So I think that has really been almost our mission to always stay number one.
Combat 7, it feels realer. That's really the big thing. When I shoot someone down, it feels satisfying.
It feels just like the old games. It got that old feel, like that arcade style, like fighter pilot, but it's just so immersive and it's so smooth.
I really love the controls. They're simple, they're fun. It's easy to get into combat. I like the auto-targeting for the missiles. I like how I see my allies clearly.
The VR was just possibly the best VR game I've played at the show so far. Just being able to have the free movement of the plane, flying through the clouds, looking for your ally, shooting down another plane. It was incredible.
I got in this one for the first time, and then once you're kind of getting up from the ship, you get like chills, man. You get like a big grin on your face.
Oh, the graphics were amazing. My favorite part was flying through the clouds and then seeing the condensation on the windshield of the fighter jet.
The dogfight was really cool because the whole time I felt like Top Gun. I'm like looking around and looking with my head, and that's something that's so cool. That's something that you don't get when you're on the screen, and sometimes people don't see it. When you see the trailer, you kind of see the flat surface, but you don't see, I'm leaning my head over and like looking all around, and it is pretty awesome. You're upside down and you're like...
Fighting to survive, it was like really quick and fast, and like 1 second he's in my sights, next second he dips off and does some barrel roll, and it's like, holy crap. So it was like really surreal in a way.
There was some times I was in the seat and I'm flying, I'm kind of looking over, and I leaned over in my seat a little bit, and I'm like, I actually got scared. I got a little bit of vertigo.
With this new generation, I think it really is a game changer.
Is this something I would buy? I definitely think so. I think this is a system seller for PlayStation VR.
Definitely buy Ace Combat 7. It is worth the buy. I'm gonna play it right now and I'm gonna enjoy the hell out of it, and I'll see you in the air. This is Garuda1 signing out.
Nickel.